I think this is probably the most important piece of advice the great Daido Moriyama has given to us street photographers. Daido Moriyama's photography seems so easy, so effortless, yet so uncomposed and photographed in passing. Then we try to unleash the inner Daido in us, and everything seems deliberate, posed, too souled and composed. So how can we get close to Moriyama's way of working? Which doesn't mean that we copy his photos, but rather his workflow in order to create something completely new and personal for our photography. To reduce distractions in order to find a more intuitive way of street photography, we have to get completely into the flow of the street. This also means that nothing should take us out of our mental state, which is only focused on photography and what is happening around us. Leave your phone at home or turn it off. Create a space of a few hours in which you know that nobody wants anything from you right now. Because when you turn off your phone, you shouldn't think about the fact that you might miss out on something if you're not available. The automatic "I'm in a meeting right now" message is perfect for this. Now it's just you, your camera, and what's going on around you. Focusing only on street photography means minimizing your focus on other things. During your photo walk, thoughts like, "Oh, I have to do some shopping later," or "When was that doctor's appointment again this week?" will probably keep coming to mind. Whenever these thoughts are coming up, try to look at them like clouds in a blue sky and let them pass. Stop thinking about it and tell yourself, "I still can deal with it when I'm home and done photographing." If that doesn't work, you can take 3 deep breaths in and out, which usually brings you back in the here and now. We all have role models in photography. We know what's popular on Instagram, or we love certain photos from the canon of street photography. When we see something that reminds us of this, we think about which composition and which settings would be best for this, and then we take the photo. To unleash the inner Daido, however, the second step of thinking about the composition is already wrong. Intuitive snapshot photography like Daido Moriyama's means virtually no delay between the impulse to take a photo and the shutter release. The best way to do this, even if experienced street photographers are often reluctant to do so, is to shoot in automatic mode. With most cameras you can pull the shadows down a little and set the maximum exposure time. I usually use 500 of a second here, which puts you on the safe side in most situations. Long exposure times are also okay, as intuitive photography is not always about 100% sharpness. Then you photograph everything you find interesting without thinking about it, evaluating it or straightening the horizon before taking the photo. So you are guided a little more by your subconscious than your intellect, or you could also say from the heart instead of the head. With this kind of photography you have a little bit more work to find the real good photos and the hundreds of photos you will take using this method. But you learn more about yourself and what really interests you photographically, away from all photographic role models. And I think that's also one reason why Daido Moriyama has stuck with street photography for so long. Because every photo he takes reflects his personality, however arbitrary it may seem to many outsiders. What do you think of intuitive photography and Daido style in general? Have you already seen my Fuji Daido preset video? If not, it's worth watching.